Hello there everyone, it's Donal Ward McCarthy here, Principal with 311 Realty Group, bringing you your update for March, looking back at March of 2023. So yeah, what are we going to cover today? Very quickly, quick synopsis is we're going to look at inflation rates. Great news there. We're going to look at delinquencies and people possibly foreclosing on their properties. We do have buyers right now currently saying we're going to see a lot of foreclosures happening or people having to let their houses go, investors, etc., etc. So we're going to have a look at delinquency rates. And then, of course, we'll jump into the usual, the GTA, Greater Toronto Area supply, demand, and average prices and our predictions as to what's going to happen throughout the year. Okay, so let's jump in, folks. So inflation, that's been really the topic of our economy for the last year. Inflation started to raise in mid-2021, continued to rise into 2022, and our Bank of Canada took action in April of 2022. And it continued to rocket up towards a peak of 6.9% for September and October. Rates did start to come down a little bit November, December, and we definitely are seeing that trend come down now to 5.9 in January and 5.2 in February. And I will bet you when I'm talking to you next month, we'll probably see those inflation rates below 5%. Now, these are year-over-year numbers, sorry, and the actual month-over-month numbers are even better. We're in the 3 percentile right there. So great news, fantastic news for all those folks who are struggling with mortgage payments and high interest rates and investors with properties who are variable rates and they're probably negative cash flow, several $1,000s a month, etc., etc. So yes, so we're hoping by middle of the year we'll be down at the goal is 3%. Okay, that is the goal. Now on to the next topic. Like I say, I do have a lot of people telling me, you know what? We're just going to wait. We understand what you're telling us and the market has bottomed out, but we think there are going to be a lot of great opportunities for properties of people who are needing to sell because there's pressure on them with the bank and all that stuff. Well, here's some data we just got from the Bank of Canada. The mortgage delinquency rates is at a record low. So what does that tell us? It tells us that I think that forecast, and as optimistic as that might have been, I don't think it's going to happen. It really isn't in the data. So I would be very surprised, you know, something cataclysmic globally would have to happen for maybe this to occur. Yes, so lowest delinquency rates. And we're also hearing behind the scenes as well too, that our banks, for anyone that is in trouble, of course there are people in trouble for sure, for anyone that is in trouble, the banks are bending over backwards to make it work with the consumer. They're increasing the amortization rates out to even negative interest rates for themselves. So they're losing money just to make it work for some end users, because the banks see the end in sight. They see the economy improving. They see things there. So they're just saying, you know what, with this one person that we might be having trouble with, we're just going to give them a shot. A year down the road, they'll be out of it and we can start to make money again off this client. Okay, supply, demand. Demand has been up 44%. Supply was up 34%. Prices were up 1%. But when we actually look at that pricing, we're back to, so 1.1 million was the average price for March of 2023. 1.14 was the average in June of last year. So we've started to creep back up again. We're not going to see it go back to February of 2022 in a rush. But I think that, again, the positive news is look, our economy is really stabilizing in regards to inflation. And bear in mind, interest rates is a huge component of inflation in our market. So when we even see the Bank of Canada, let's say middle of the year, when we're closer to 3%, reduce the interest rate, that's going to even further positively affect our inflation rate. So to be honest with you, this is the best monthly report I've done in a long time. I'm smiling. So really some good stuff there. Multiple offers back in the market, still opportunities for buyers. It's not gone yet. So look, we're here for you. That's why we call ourselves 311 Realty. We're here for the whole gamut of your real estate ownership. Donal Ward McCarthy, 311 Realty Group, over and out. Ciao, ciao. Talk to you next month.